Call the meeting to order at 7:02. This is Middletown Springs Select Board, February 26th at 7 o'clock. Members of the board present: Isaac Gackel, Terry Redfield, Robin Chestnut Tangerman, Town Treasurer Jennifer Tolkien Munyak, Lister Sally Aki, and citizen Leslie Sullivan. Are there any deletions or additions to the agenda? Leslie's going to speak under public comments.
Maybe, I don't, is Meredith on? I was gonna say, just to follow up on the audit, see if where we're at with getting information and stuff.
Okay, if she's
not.
She's not, okay.
if she is, we'd love to hear.
Okay.
I just found this in the correspondence file, maybe I was there last time, but
Maybe that's
February 2nd.
Did
Did we ever sign a contract?
Yes.
Oh, we did.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
all right.
thank you.
Yeah, we voted to have.
I know we
it signed,
voted to sign it, and then you
And
had
then
to
they-
contact them to send
Then
it.
they sent it
And
and I
we-
signed and.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's
Perfect.
what I
She
needed to know
mailed it
then.
out.
Yeah,
Yes, that's all.
Do we know that it got sent back to them?
she got it.
Patty's provided.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, we got three.
Oh, yeah,
That's what I meant to say. We know that Patty has it.
Because if I got to that far and looked at it, signed the same day this was postmarked, so.
Very
Great.
rambunctious.
Thank you.
She does.
Okay.
I have a question on that.
Minutes of February 12th.
Minutes of February 12th. I'll move to approve as written the minutes of February 12th.
Oh, second, you want?
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And that brings us to public comment.
Public comment. So I wanted to invite you all, you guys as well, select board, and you to, next Wednesday, March 4th. Part of Middletown Springs University, I'm doing a workshop, I guess, I'm not sure, a class on building a resilient network, a town resilient network. And so what I'm looking to do in this 1.5 hour meeting is to start a grassroots network that can build more resilience in town. One for possible disaster, but just in general to find resources, to pool our resources, to make a network of the resources. I know we have a town disaster plan. I looked at it. I don't know if it's been updated since April 23. That's what I have seen on it. To me, it's the beginning of something. And so when I looked at it, and I've talked to Herb, and I'm hoping Herb will come. I tried calling him today, I didn't get a hold of him. But what I'm looking for is to involve as many people in town as possible to come and have this network of what our resources are. And they can be anything from hard equipment to four-wheelers to things like that, to like looking at the emergency plan, there was nothing for mental health, or there was no nurses put on there. There was nothing like that. I also see there's Eli, our son, was talking about you can build a very cheaply network radio that works if the internet goes down. I'd love to see a group of people take that, a couple of people who are tech savvy. So I'd love to see a food response network if there's an emergency, if there's a fire, if the power goes out for a while, if there are people in need who, like a meal train, who can make meals. So I see this as a lot of fingers, and I would like to see as many people there as possible to help spread that out. So I'm inviting you all, and I hope that you'll come.
Next Wednesday. at
Next
7 o'clock.
Wednesday, 7 o'clock here. Thank you. So, yeah, any questions?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's also, I want to say that there's something that's been done. It's pretty amazing. It's called the Resilience Toolkit. It was done after the 23-24 floods up in the Plainfield, Montpelier area. It's pretty comprehensive in terms of helping to build the network. So it's a free thing you can find online. I think it's called the Vermont Resilience Toolkit. Anyway, that's another piece that I hope to use. So I am not the expert here. I am just someone who feels like this is something that we could use to build our community in terms of resilience and also in being prepared. So.
Yeah.
That's all,
Good. Thank
okay?
you.
And I'm gonna skedaddle because I have another meeting.
Thank you.
Okay.
Drive cautiously to get there,
Okay, we will, we don't have to go far.
because we don't want to
It's just
send
library
out emergency.
until we have it in place.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you can choose. I would like to, if there's no dissent, to move the listers up to the head of the town officer reports. Sally can be on her way.
Thank you. I think we have, 3 forms that have to, be amendments to the grand list of 2025. The first one is Form PBR 4261 8. And this is the list of names of people who filed homesteads after the bills were created. You do not have to sign the form because it does not change the assessed value. It does change the grand list, does not change the assessed value. So I will just give this to the town clerk
Okay.
and
So-
it gets filed with the
So that
grand
just
list.
changes the amount of tax due,
That's right,
not the.
yes.
Not the assessment.
The second form is PVR 4261 E, which is an errors and omission certificate. There was an error, and it was corrected after the bills came out. Michael LeBate had total ownership of one property in town, a shared ownership in the other property. That was transferred, so he had total ownership of 2 properties. The lawyer did not indicate that the properties were contiguous. So the state did not indicate that the properties were contiguous, so current use did not indicate that the properties were contiguous, and the listers just plain missed it. So it was after Michael got the bill and made the question, gee, I thought when I had both properties, it would be one bill. So we looked into it and he was correct. So the properties were combined. One property was on West Street, the other is up on Westcott Road.
Okay, yeah.
And the West Street one goes, and they did meet, so so it did decrease the value because the property that did not have a house on it, it had a 2-acre building site that's required by the state. So, and the 2-acre building sites are the most expensive property, the most expensive land valuations. So that was removed, it brought it down a little bit, and again, with the combination of acreage, the more acres you have, the less it is per acre. So there was a decrease in the value, not by very much.
Is the
Um,
property in current use?
Yes. Yes, it is in current use, so it did change his current use value. So this form, the select board has to sign. Pat Hemingway and I signed it for the Lister assessor side. If the three of you would sign it, then we will give that one as well to the town clerk.
Does something like that end up? Okay, like, does that happen after we've set the tax rate for the year? Like, is that whatever, I don't know what the
But
decrease
then if
is.
that was after the, the tax rate had been set
Mhm,
and the bills had been produced.
mhm. So, what, like, that's missing out of the.
But
That will be deducted from
Hit.
the actual grand list. Again, it was small value, so it wasn't
Yeah.
It's pennies, but, yeah.
significant.
yeah, and we gave him a new bill
Mhm.
that was combined,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
September, October. Yeah.
So I move that the board sign Form PVR 4261 Whatever that is.
I started writing it. I found it.
The form, I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
We just call it the errors and omissions.
Yeah,
That's generally what it is, but I didn't even know it had an official title. So the form went, oh, yeah, look.
Well, Lord knows, you gotta have a whole bunch of letters, numbers. Wouldn't be an official government form without it.
And the third form is under the provisions of 32 VSA section 4157. And what this one does is officially close the grand list for 2025. It says, by the lister, we hereby certify that on this date, no earlier than the first Tuesday of February, following the lodging of the grand list, there are no appeals pending from the action of the listers, nor suits to recover taxes paid under protest. So there was nothing outstanding against the grand list of 2025. This closes it, so there can be no further action taken.
I'll move that we sign that form.
Yeah, and Pat signed on the wrong side, so.
A second that we sign
Blank
certificate of no appeal or suit.
No appeals been, okay.
Were there any grievances this year?
There were about 10 grievances, which isn't too bad. We saw, I can't remember the count that we did. We visited at least somewhere in the 30, more than 30 properties. And there were some appeals and discussions.
Did we vote on this or did we just? Move
We
it aside?
just seconded that.
Okay, all in favor? Sign.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
And that's all I have, and thank you very much, board,
Thank you.
for doing this, and I will deliver these to the town clerk.
Okay, Patty will put her date on it.
Yes, she will, and they will be filed with the grand list, and this will be closed. So,
Thank you, Sal.
thank you very much.
Come back again sometime.
Yeah, we're here on a regular basis.
And did you add Above the list.
Yeah, yeah. Got it.
Okay, great. Town treasurers,
No business, just here.
okay.
You have any questions, anybody?
Uh, I had no questions at this point.
Okay, then.
Um. The one addition that was actually before the town officer reports was the policy on nonprofit agency funding that we sent out. I propose that we table that till the new board is sworn in.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
This moves us through. We have no other town officer reports. Any highway information?
No, I just got, no, excuse me, I just got back into town. I was gone, it's gone for a week and a half. Nothing to report.
This may be very quick indeed.
Are we still
10.
set for March 12th, as far as you know?
I believe so. It's either March 12th or March 26th. Okay, I still have to do his ED, his ELDT, which I don't foresee any problems. And everything was, as I spoke to you on the phone, everything was taken care of. But sometime I will sit in executive session and discuss what transpired, which is uncalled for. I've been an instructor for over 20 years for the state of Vermont and also for staff and but every time I want to go into executive session, it's refused, which I don't feel is quite fair. These items, shouldn't be put out to the public,
Agreed.
you know.
Okay, again, with the new board in place. Moving forward, we'll look forward to resolving this drawn out issue.
Goodness, it's only a week away.
Yeah.
More like 15 months, right? Yeah.
Right, and speaking of that, typically too, right after the election, we usually meet on that Thursday to
Yeah,
establish our pecking order and whatever, so you'll have to, whoever the new people are, other than you, you'll have to let them know. Our new
Yeah.
person, right?
nobody, I was working on a list today of all the either appointed offices,
Oh, gee,
well, appointed offices and elected offices that are vacant. So we have the list of.
that's discouraging.
We could add keys, well, keys and locks would be after we then appoint.
Right.
And Carl called earlier, he's also mentioned that maybe we should put on the agenda to discuss structures next Thursday, but I think we would table that until a regular meeting as well. And just do the reorganization meeting this coming Thursday. Right,
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
Excuse me, I have one more thing. What date is the Rutland County Transportation Council meet?
Oh, I don't remember off the top of my head. It used to be on a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was the second or the fourth, but it was always on a Thursday, same time as our board meeting, so
Okay.
it was not convenient for
Yeah,
Bill and or one of us to attend.
yeah,
I don't remember
yeah.
what they
If,
are.
if you could be so kind to get that to me so I can start attending that. It's been over a month and a half that
I'll try to look that.
Middletown Springs wasn't represented, and I surely want to be there.
Um, Okay, that brings us to town lands. Any update there, Isaac?
Nothing yet, I mean. Yeah, it's pretty bleak with FEMA being shut down again, so I don't know
Right.
how long that's gonna
Yeah,
get back to us, but I'll keep applying pressure to Frank, but at this point it's out of his hands and he's ready to go as soon as we're ready in the spring for test pits and he's confident we can have a septic plan and everything in place down there, so. Yeah, I'll just try to get updates from him on FEMA.
great. Solid waste.
Back up on town lanes just for a moment. And so I forgot to write this down, so I was trying to think, I knew there were a couple of things I wanted to mention. We're a little ahead of the game, but starting to think about, maybe, I don't know how the board feels, but if we get a chance to just touch base with Philip and ask him if he is intending or if he is able to do the old cemetery maintenance again this summer. And otherwise we'll have to put it out to competitive bid again. And also, I was gonna ask Carl, and we can wait until next week, but we should do it pretty soon. He's put out an RFP for roadside mowing. The last few years, we've had, we've leased Joe Gunter's tractor and done it ourselves. Joe sold the tractor, so we don't have that anymore. Before that, we leased a machine from, I can't remember the name of the place up north, and they weren't doing it anymore, so there's some limited folks that do it with the proper, with the older.
Freedom hero, not doing it anymore.
Yeah, that's what we could miss maybe one year, but we don't want to get too far behind with that, so maybe if we get some feelers out there ahead of time, maybe somebody has a machine and or is thinking about it. Pulteney, I know has their own machine. I believe Wells has their own machine. I don't know if Carl or anybody has contacts. Maybe we've talked about it before. Maybe we could hire their machine and operator for a week or whatever, but they haven't been too receptive to that in the past. Just a thought. So,
Thank you for keeping track of those.
no, it's getting to that time because I've got to do the same thing for Pleasant View, so. Other than that, solid waste, I don't think I had anything.
I have a quick thing about the bill.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with Nita, the other day, and she and the auditors are looking at it.
Good.
And, I told her that, I could provide them with a list of all the invoices we've paid to Hubbard since, I think it went back to 2022. So I'm not sure, I think she was gonna discuss it with the other auditors first. And I'm not sure if she was gonna contact Hubbard and say, here's the list, that we paid, you tell us we didn't pay. So, that's where it's in process, so.
Good, yeah.
So I'm not sure when the auditors meet again for their work session, but.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so I think really we've got that list. The ball should be in their court because how are we supposed to know what we didn't pay? So they've got all the information that has invoice numbers, dates we paid, amounts, and it's their responsibility.
It's their, it should be their responsibility,
to tell
right?
us what
They're
we
saying
owe.
we owe them,
Yeah, what do we owe? Yeah.
prove it.
Um,
Yeah,
um,
agreed.
And doesn't the balance that we owe keep changing?
Yes.
It does, yeah,
Keeps
depending
going
on
up
what we
and
pay.
down, yes.
And just one other thing I want to clarify is that there's not an official policy to not pay late fees. It's this treasurer's standard to not pay late fees because we're a municipality.
Right.
So municipalities, I think I read it somewhere, I should look it up. Shouldn't be liable for late fees, and I've over the years gotten us out of paying late fees, so I would like to keep that consistency, but it's not a policy
Okay.
through the select board.
That's in regards to this bill you're talking about?
Anytime they assess late fees.
Because we missed.
Them or
we missed something,
anybody.
Or someone missed any. but-
Yeah, we just.
Sure.
Yeah, and as far as we
we're-
know, we haven't missed anything. They
Right.
said. And we can dispute it, whatever. Yeah, I agree.
But it's in the town treasurer procedure manual that we don't pay late fees, so it's there. Somewhere.
Works for us.
Yeah,
It's a-
that's
it's a-
okay, so.
it's a practice.
That's right.
It's a practice.
That's right.
That's a good word, yeah.
Thank you,
So,
Jen.
sure.
Yeah, I sent that information, put it in there. They had put copies of that information in their folder and sent them an email to
Mhm,
if they could look into it and give us some guidance, so,
mhm, mhm.
great, thank you.
Yeah, so it's, yeah, so, yeah. Don't worry right now with the auditors.
Good.
Just a digression, I remember the first term in the legislature, we were talking about how something was done.
Mhm.
And I said, well, it's not in statute. And somebody said, so it's not in statute. Is it a rule, a policy, a procedure, or a practice? I'm like, the hell?
Is that the deer in headlights?
Yeah.
Everyone. Oh, boy.
Okay. Back to solid waste. Anything beyond, what we just talked about?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. I didn't have anything special. So I think we're good.
Correspondence?
Oh, yeah, correspondence comes first, sorry. Postcard from Vermont Rural Fire Protection Association, we have a overweight permit from Markowski Excavating with the insurance certificate and the $10 check. So we can have our select board chair sign that. We will move to sign that, but okay, Patty gave me the, we didn't have this last time. The rep for the SWAC, Solid Waste Alliance Communities, that has been Amanda, and I've been her second, which I'm willing to do it unless somebody wants to do it, you're welcome to.
Can I just throw something out about the overweight permits? All along, they've been deposited in the town part of the budget under fees and permits. Is that correct, or should they belong to the highway? And you don't have to decide it now, maybe when you get the new board together, but you could see, you know,
It seems like
because it's for the roads
seems like
thing,
it's
right?
a no-brainer,
Yeah.
right?
Isn't fees split up 50/50, fees and permits?
Mm-mm.
It's all.
No, it all goes to town, yeah. So just a thought, because it's the season that we're gonna start getting these checks.
Mhm.
And it's never a lot, right?
Yeah, it's what, like $100 maybe
Yeah,
or
we
something,
get-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
either
so-
town or
Whatever, like, get a
So-
coffee in the morning.
Right.
Just nothing major or urgent, I just thought I'd throw it out, because I think of that every time I deposit them.
Thank you. I will move to approve the overweight application for Markowski Excavating.
One second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
And one other piece of correspondence is also related to solid waste. There's a report that I've been doing for a number of years. Pat Hemingway did it before me. It's a quarterly report. Just lists our solid waste zero sort. No, not electronic.
Bottles, I think, maybe.
Bottles, batteries. The tonnage is just reported online. They changed that to, which I already did this year's first quarter report, or not this year's first quarter report, but anyway. They changed it so that now it's going to be an annual report, January to December. So that would be a little easier, I guess.
Mhm.
Same information, just once a year instead of 4 times a year.
So is that kept track in the machine, like who keeps track of it over the whole year?
Well, I just take the information off our invoices and it goes to Retrack. Is the name of the organization, RE-TRAC. I don't remember where they're out of, but. They do
But also,
national-
yeah, right.
Yeah, they do national solid waste information.
But you can find that information also in the detailed transaction reports. If you look under, I think, recyclables, you can see which are bottles or whatever.
Mhm.
It generally helps Terry out with that. But Terry goes through the Hubbard's invoices, right? And
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
we don't have that tracked electronically.
Right, it's not a big deal, but. It's not, yeah, it's not. I guess we can give that to you, Jenny, if you want. You're all for it.
Who keeps,
Um,
or maybe Patty keeps the paperwork. I
yeah,
think.
she keeps the paperwork on, me, just give it to her and.
Yeah,
that's through
yeah.
the normal channels.
Yeah,
Probably better.
yeah.
Yeah, leave it right in the folder and she'll take care of it tomorrow. I'll move that we have Amanda McGill serve as our, I asked her about this. Serve as our representative to SWAC, and I'll be the alternate unless anyone wants to.
I would second that.
By consensus.
Yeah, by consensus, there you go. And I have to have Amanda, oh, we do get to sign that too, though, apparently. Well, the other form is just stating that it's now an annual basis. It's the recording. This is
Probably a lot of those reports that stand to be annual rather than quarterly or semi-annual. Is that it for correspondence?
that's it, the correspondence.
Fantastic. Okay, orders.
Yeah.
Why would there only be 4 lines for?
4 other board members, select board.
So one, yeah, that's.
Yes.
Hmm.
And 4, some towns have 3, some have 5. This is, I guess I can fill in my info, I don't know, Amanda's. We should still have it from last year, but.
bill,
Mhm.
which has 4 items and 3 amounts. One, so I don't see an amount for the tipping fee.
Okay, there's the tipping fee, trucking right there, and there's tonnage, and there's another. One for trash, then $200 for trucking. And there's the tonnage for the zero sort, but we pay Casella for the zero sort, not for Hubbard trucks it, but Casella charges.
Okay, so the tipping fee would,
Yeah, the tipping fee is the per ton fee, so
that would be Casella's.
all right.
Because we're paying Hubbard and the trucking, Casella will charge us this for this.
Yes, and Casella bills once a month.
So
And
we're,
the recycling goes up and down like almost like a yo-yo, sorry.
so I've been putting the recycling trucking under recycling, that's correct, like. The $200.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Freightliner was just a sensor.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
$1,000 sensor, but it was.
$1,000 sensor. Yeah, the sensor was probably $299 and $991 of labor or.
Computer hookup fee, $40.
Yeah.
Actually, it was the parts that was the Alflex non-X sensor 24-inch wire lead, $925. Sure, we'll hear about that next Thursday.
Should we leave? I'll wait until you.
So the food compost, music mount compost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bill is, it's $100, 50 in new charges, total of 100. Did we pay the?
yeah, I probably just didn't get to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, good question.
Sure, so,
Oh, I know what I wanted to say. I understand that there was a question about where a payment was to Casella at the last meeting. An invoice that was put on an invalid handwritten board order. That invoice was paid in last week's board orders. It was on the list. I double checked it, so I'm not sure. It was right there in front of anybody to see it. I don't know why there was an issue with it. So just, if anyone was concerned about it, it was paid. But it was only paid after we got the proper information, and the board order, I think I emailed you all you guys, it was not a valid board order. It
Right.
was not complete, so.
Mhm.
Couldn't accept
Do
it.
you want to delegate to Carl to straighten out, or while Robert is here? How do we want to handle that? I don't know.
I would like to delegate to Carl.
He probably doesn't, yeah, probably doesn't want to really sit and try to go through them right now. We have a bunch of time cards, Robert, but we need the time sheet to go with the time card as to, you know, what you were, whether you're plowing snow or training with Philip,
That's all training.
whatever.
Yeah, that's CDL training.
Seems to me the time card is nothing but a pain in the butt.
Every time I look at it, I think so too. I don't understand the purpose.
redundant,
Mhm.
and in my mind, that doesn't really prove anything, but that's just me, I guess.
UJ's trucking, is that taking the backhoe to Springfield?
Oh, probably. I didn't know if you got him or Jimmy Myers, but yeah, that's probably that. They're picking it up and bringing it back in.
It wasn't on its way back at this point.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because we all signed that, Robin, whatever it was, SWAC representative, I'm gonna make that a motion, is that all right?
Yep.
I think we could sign it by consensus, but
Make it a motion.
I'll move that we appoint Amanda McGill as our SWAC representative and also as the alternate.
Second that.
Further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Did I sign the writing? Yeah.
No, I'm waiting for the Robert to.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, oh, you can't sign what's
It's
in
not part
there.
of it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's not included in that.
okay, gotcha. That's probably can real quick.
Yeah.
You go.
Bring it about, yeah, $350. $5,000 worth.
Yeah, the heavier springs with the lift kit
Yeah.
and the brakes.
Brakes and everything, yeah.
You saw this? No, I think that says Jenny, or I don't know if it says Jenny or Terry.
Oh, yeah, I did see that note, and then, yeah, attached to it is an email that Terry sent in April and May. Telling me this was gonna come,
Okay, yeah,
so it was approved by the select board.
right.
Yeah, I don't know if it got lost or what, but. That's a conservation commission dues, Terry.
Oh,
$2.
We had awful times with radios,
Mhm,
went to new versions,
mhm.
same thing, kept draining in the batteries.
Mhm. So I was wondering, Jenny, in the report, how it's laid out. I was just reading at my parents' house, reading the Rupert one, and like right up front. It was pretty like quick and easy, it says like, this is the total amount to be raised by taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was like looking around and I found that number, I guess. Like
Oh, yeah,
other than the
yeah.
order, like at the end, it's like, here's what we are voting on to be raised by taxes. But in the actual like layout of the,
Yeah, maybe like at the end of the select board. Well, so it's hard to say what the total is to be raised by taxes completely. Because
they have,
you have the total based on the budget.
Yeah,
But then there's additional items that get voted on.
Yeah.
That get added to it afterwards, which I don't know that a lot of people know that. And it increases things a little bit, yeah. But,
Yeah.
so is that what it was, or?
well, I think it was probably, so basically it's taking, so like what we have here at the end is in the warning. like,
Right.
You know, the 434. And 354 to be raised by taxes, but like having that. Like, where's that, where are those numbers? In our spreadsheet up here, like to make it easily,
Yeah, you can probably add that,
What I mean.
yeah. Mhm.
I guess
Yeah,
I'm
that
just
makes sense,
curious,
yeah, yeah.
like at the end is like, so after all that. And then maybe combining, so here's the level, it's, you know,
Mhm, yeah.
700,000
Mhm.
and,
Yeah, that would be
Should be
very
raised by-
transparent.
yeah.
But you guys can do whatever you want with the
Yeah,
layout,
we got
really, it's just, it's your choice.
So I was just
Yeah,
noticing that in
Yeah, yeah.
the report, it's like, it's like, here's what we're.
yeah,
Final conclusion, because like a lot of this, eventually, even, I know I was part of building this, but even my eyes glazed over.
right, yeah, right, I know, yeah, I know,
You can't help but,
Yeah,
that's a good suggestion, hopefully you can remember that.
we used to have, of course, when we had both the school and town, or we had the town, you know, on the inside cover or the first page and then the
Mhm.
school on. the
Oh,
side.
right, yeah,
That's the way it used to be.
yeah,
set.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
Yeah,
I
this is-
don't believe it is
yeah.
anymore. It's, yeah, that's all toward the end.
Mhm.
I have a copy of, Mount Holly Town Report too, and I thought that was kind of interesting, and I was comparing numbers with highways and the solid waste and all that, because they're almost double our size, they're like 1,400 something people. And, well, anyway, the interesting thing I thought was they do still print their vital statistics. First, deaths,
Names and,
names,
Wow.
dates.
Social security numbers,
Yeah,
pictures,
So it's
licenses.
fingerprints, yeah.
it's a choice thing, I guess.
yeah, it's the town clerk, it's up to the town clerk.
Mhm.
But I'm wondering also years ago, the delinquent tax,
And
people
they-
that have delinquent,
They still print
They
that
do it
too?
there too, yeah.
Yes.
and so Deborah, when she was delinquent tax collector, she decided she didn't want to do that.
Right,
I don't know that Heather was asked.
yeah. I mean, and the theory years ago was that was kind of the thing to change, some people who come
Yeah.
the day, you know.
Yep.
They didn't want their name in the town
Yeah.
report, so
Yeah,
that was the intention, and it actually worked.
yeah,
To a
psychologically.
substantial degree,
Mhm, mhm.
and it's public information anyway.
Right, yeah.
You can see it both ways.
Um, Yeah, I like to look at other town reports too, because I changed some of my formats this year based on what I saw on other ones too.
Mhm.
Like the reserve fund. That was just so hard to read in the past, so I
Yeah.
I did a
that was good.
different,
Nice,
yeah.
nice group.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac, I was also in preparation for the informational meeting, I was looking for the amount to be raised by taxes this year versus last year
Mhm.
and thinking that it's not, you have to go looking for it.
Yeah, it's not abundantly
Right.
clear.
Right?
Yeah.
So that may be something for next year.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's actually,
Because the total amount is less important than the amount to be
To be
raised. by
raised,
taxes.
yeah, it was talked about in the budget meetings, right? And it's on the spreadsheet, but it wasn't included in
Yeah.
the town report, so.
Right.
Yeah, anything I think to be transparent
Mhm.
to the taxpayers, is a great idea. And speaking of great, I think you all did a really nice job with the town meeting. And I'm glad it went smoothly, but
Mhm.
I like that you were proactive and indicated why the budget was the way it was and how you guys were just paying attention to keeping it a very small increase.
I thought that was
I think that was,
important.
it was very important, so,
It's,
you
yeah.
know, glad to hear that.
I also just have, I don't know, PTSD from select board meetings, 20 years ago when the board would just sit there silently.
Mhm.
Yeah, regardless of what the question was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, I can-
Yes. I hope I did this right for you.
Carl will check it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
We'll take, do we take that in our, with your,
Oh, you need that?
yeah,
Yeah.
and that little clip thing.
Thank you.
Thank you, good that you were here.
Yes, thank you, Robert. Thank you for all your efforts with that too. Yeah, so well, we still need your signature down on the bottom.
Flip it over.
They did your signing on the back.
Keep flipping.
Okay, you got that one.
Keep flipping.
You got one, but I don't think you got that one, no. Try the first page.
So you got 3 cards there and 2 sheets of paper?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rick ran out of piece of paper, so I just turned it over.
No.
Time sheet with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's what it was.
there's a
good.
time sheet, there was only 2 there and I just. We're just trying to keep everything standard, so everybody does the same thing and keep-
Okay.
for when we're audited, so. That's really not the best way.
Robert's time sheets, are those, it's called, approved.
Carl still needs to approve the verdict.
Okay,
That's all.
so-
Sorry, Robert, that won't go.
We'll do that.
Until 2 weeks again, well, maybe next week with.
So this is something to look at. Okay, so we can move.
We can, yeah. I'll move to.
Thank you.
Sure.
I'll move to approve the board orders as presented, and I'll state that we have one series of time sheets for Robert that need Carl's. So those are pending.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Yeah, so if Carl can get that signed, I can prepare a board order for your meeting on Thursday,
Right.
so.
If we, yeah,
Sign it.
So we should have that on the agenda. Any other business for the board this evening? Hearing none.
Do you wanna,
Thinking so.
do you wanna talk just with us for a few minutes and have it together, or do you wanna wait for a full board, Robert, that you could maybe give us a heads up, or
Excuse me?
do you wanna talk with just the three of us for a few minutes in executive session?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Well, I would move then that we enter into executive session at whatever time,
7:58.
7:58, and then Robert can join us.
Okay,
Thank you.
good night,
Thank you,
everybody.
Jenny.
Thank you,
See
Jenny.
you next week.
Okay, we just couldn't get out of here prior to 8:00. Thank you, Jenny.
Guys,
Have a good night.
you too.
I'll second that.
Okay.
No action taken.
No action taken there.
Isaac second, does that work?
Yeah. I sure did.
Philip tells me that the single axle is back. Good.
I guess, I don't know too much, but I was at Earl's earlier this week with our trailer and none of our town trucks were there.
Yeah. Good, good. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Robert. Have a good night. What's left?
You as
of it?
well. Bye-bye.
New organization.
Yeah, on that one, Robin, you want me to use that, what you sent me? Or is that just like, that's the list that we're going to? Like, do
I'll modify it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the warrant, and then that'll be the warning,
Yeah.
That'll be what, March 4th?
the, fifth.
5th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Move to adjourn.
Yes.
We
Stole that
are
from you,
adjourned.
didn't I?